Today we're going to be discussing a little bit of a troublesome or burdensome topic in independent practices, and here at Updox we're trying to find some solutions to help you guys work through it. Obviously with macro and MIPS you're going to be transitioning to, rather than a fee for care, you're switching over to the incentive-based program. So transitioning your practice from volume-based to value-based care without sacrificing your business is going to be the topic for today's webinar. So just a quick agenda of what we'll be covering. We're going to go over the struggle as you transition from volume to value-based care, what some of your options are to help kind of alleviate the trouble going through that, how Updox can help you with that, who Updox is, and a feature highlight of Updox. So as the requirements are evolving for healthcare, it may seem a little hectic for you guys, a little bit overwhelming, and sometimes a little bit scary. So you might find yourself asking some tough questions of your staff and your practice. So how exactly are you going to be making this transition? How it's going to affect your business as a practice? How it's going to affect your staff? What the costs are involved with transitioning from a volume-based to value-based care? And if it's even feasible for your practice to do so. I know a lot of people have opted out of reporting on macro and MIPS this year. I don't know that many of you have, but as an independent practice, it is vital for you to take part in these different incentive-based programs to make sure you're getting the most out of either your Medicare payments or reimbursements. So there's no billing code for coordinating the teams for care or successfully communicating education to patients. So is transition from fee-for-service healthcare to value-based even feasible? At Updox, we really think it is. So independent practices must make investments to stay ahead of this curve. Aside from the monetary costs, your practice has to invest time and effort into researching which options you'll choose to make the most seamless transition as possible. So it won't happen all at once, but with the right mindset and guidance, it's 100% possible to move to value-based care without sacrificing your business or your model of business. So the first and the easiest option for you to help get transitioned over is to view your EMR as a partner in this change. Work with your EMR. Your EMR is there to improve the effectiveness of care you're giving. Most EMRs that we have talked to and that we work with have been researching the upcoming changes and curveballs thrown at you by different regulations and requirements for a long time. They've researched all of these and they're apt to the change. They know what's coming and they have provided you within your EMR different tools and information to keep you as informed as possible. So I know a lot of EMRs are implementing certain initiatives to make sure you have all of the help you need for this transition. So if you haven't been super invested in looking into your EMR and what sort of programs, webinars, or educational materials they have for you, I would definitely start snooping around your EMR and find out exactly what they do provide for you as far as guidance is concerned. The second is to research strategic partnerships. This means ACOs, supergroups, or clinically integrated networks. ACOs and supergroups offer a collaborative place for businesses in healthcare to stay connected, educate each other, and remain ahead of the transitions and standards in healthcare. So a recent study by Caravan Health noted below cites that independent practices that participate in an ACO can see as much as a 30% increase in overall MACRA scores. So you can click on the article, it's the first one there, to see those studies up front. What you can also do is create a strategic operating plan. So this is within your practice, within your own team, creating a plan that's going to work for your independent practice. So what you can do is talk to your staff, identify your problems and your plan of action, the outcomes you hope or expect to have from that plan of action, and how you'll get there together. By involving your staff and creating a cohesive plan as a unit, the team will be more invested on delivering those higher level work expectations and likely better outcomes for your practice as well as your patients. So see here, involve your staff and then implement solutions that are going to work for you guys. Finally, by adopting new technologies, although change can sometimes be scary, I know adapting to new technologies and anything new in your practice, specifically while you're also trying to deal with these bureaucratic regulations, new requirements asked of you, it's kind of a lot to expect to kind of overhaul your workflow process as it is. But definitely by adopting new technologies and flipping the process that you're already flipping over the fee-for-service plan, you're flipping that right on its head. So by adopting these new solutions, it can help your practice reduce extra expenses, improve your workflow, and alleviate the time spent on those manual operations to accelerate a new plan of action for value-based care. So I know sometimes it can be scary implementing new solutions and changing things, but as you work in healthcare, you're already constantly going through these changes and you've already proven that you can adapt to it. So why not install and implement solutions that are actually going to help you rather than hinder your process at hand? So nationally acclaimed heart and lung transplant surgeon, former U.S. Senate Majority Leader, and chairman of the executive board of health service private equity firm Cressy & Company, Bill Frist says this: while there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, successful systems change requires the collaboration and coordination of payers, providers, physicians, regulators, and patient consumers, taking them outside their comfort zone by flipping the current incentive structure on its head. So the move toward improved outcomes isn't going to be easy. We definitely aren't saying that at all. But by the end of 2018, 90% of Medicare payments will go toward an incentive-based plan. So if you weren't considering making the changes necessary because you are a smaller independent practice, now is the time to start looking into those changes if you haven't already. Updox has over 100 EMR integrations. So looking into your EMR, seeing what they're offering as far as education and help and guidance, as well as teaming up with a system that's fully integrated with your EMR can be really, really helpful. We have a directory of over 1.4 million healthcare providers, so that we are the second largest HISP in the United States. So what that means is with an Updox account integrated with your EMR or not integrated with your EMR, you have access to all of those providers in your area, all those specialists, all those pharmacies in your area that you need to be in contact with constantly. So it just makes it really easy to collaborate and coordinate that full care team to provide the best care possible. So here's how Updox can help you make the connections necessary to streamline your current workflows, strategize your paper process, and help improve overall outcomes for your practice as well as your patients, and also just stay connected. First of all, who is Updox? We were started about 8 years ago by a provider. He was just really frustrated with the lack of solutions and software available for the healthcare industry. So as other businesses and different coworkers that he worked with, they were all moving forward with technology, and the healthcare industry was still on the paper process. He was having to manually fax. He was having to manually contact patients while everyone else was kind of connected digitally. So what he did was team up with the developers that created Updox to build this platform, a truly communication platform that connects not only him to his patients, but him to other physicians and coworkers that he's working with on a daily basis. So we are truly a communication platform built by physicians for physicians. We have over 56,000 providers and 300,000 users, and always growing in the Updox network. We have over 100 EMR integrations, as I mentioned, and 72 million patients, or 18% of the US population. So Updox truly is simplifying the business section of healthcare. So what exactly does that mean? Your EMR and different businesses you might work with, they're experts at providing you with tools to improve your clinical and your billing aspects of your practice. Updox was created to push that business side into the high gear with a suite of solutions to help you maximize the revenue generating parts of your practice while lowering overhead costs, improving the patient experience, and impacting overall outcomes for you and your staff, as well as patient health. With Updox, we can help you operate as a business, treat your patients as consumers, generate new revenue for your practice, and enable brand new access. Updox was created to empower the independent physician and your staff with solutions necessary to maximize efficiency. According to SRS Health's VP of Sales, Diane, In regard to the transition from fees for care and value-based care, she says that technology required for quality reporting can actually enhance the time spent with patients. So those of you who may think implementing new strategies and new technologies might take away from the patient care that you're giving, she states that it's the exact opposite. What we provide is solutions that can ease up the time spent on manual operation, your administrative tasks, your filing into the chart, your faxing. All of those things can be automated and sped up for you and your staff so that you do have a lot more time to spend with your patients. So what does Updox provide exactly? We have a couple pretty cool solutions all rolled up into our suite. We have the electronic e-faxing and document management. We have a patient portal, which is critical to keep your patients involved and active with your practice and your staff. We have automated appointment reminders, on-demand SMS quick send, and also on-demand patient notifications known as blast messaging. We have direct messaging, which allows you to HIPAA compliantly talk back and forth with other providers as well as you and your staff. We also have a patient payments option in our portal as well. So just a quick quote from one of our users: "Medicine is really hard, but Updox makes a difference. 78% of our patients go online to view results, book appointments, and pay their bills. Our staff makes 50 fewer calls each day, giving us more time and ability to offer personalized care." So moving from that volume-based where you're just rallying all of your patients to get in and get out so that you can maximize your payments, what this allows is for you to still have those patients coming in quickly, but also being able to connect with them in a way that they value what you're saying to them. If you're building a care plan for them, they're actually following it because they feel connected and have built rapport with you and your staff. So first, we're going to start off with the first round of solutions that we created for the independent physician. The practice optimization side of our unit is the electronic fax and document management. So as you can see here, we're fully mobile. You can access us anywhere with an internet connection, and this is what your Updox inbox will look like. So moving forward in the digital age, you need solutions that aren't hindering your process. So Updox has built some of these key solutions that run in the background of your current workflows or help you customize those workflows in a better way. We have easy setup and automation that creates consistency in your daily grind. We have on-the-fly messaging, and that provides you and your staff the tools to directly contact your patients and also other referral sources. And Updox has supplied independent practices with customization that allows you to tailor your messaging fit to your practice's personal style. We also have a dynamic and robust editor in our document management tool where you can have the provider's signature directly in your inbox editor. So you're not having to chase down the provider to get him to sign off on anything. You can just tag him on a document and then have him sign accordingly. You can also erase, redact, freehand draw, type notes or numerical values. Anything that you would do on a paper document, you can also do here in the editor. This is just a quick video to show you exactly how that works. And I know we have some customers on the line. If you aren't familiar with all of the new options we're adding to the editor, we have the time and date stamp as well as the signature, but we've actually combined those into one-click option. So you're able to sign and time and date stamp at the same time. Really powerful tool. We also have simultaneous functionality. So if for some reason you need to send a document over to the EHR, you also need to email it to a referral source, as well as fax it out to another practice or another location of your practice. You can do that all within the same window, just making it that much easier to connect and coordinate the care teams. Doing 3 jobs in one spot. Now on to the patient engagement side, just to keep your patients super engaged and connected to you and building that rapport that's so necessary for you to create a very value-based, care-oriented, and patient-centric practice. First, we have our automated appointment reminders that run completely in the background. A one-time setup allows you to set your preferences as well as your patient preferences within your reminders. You get 3 reminders per appointment, and you're able to customize those between a text message, an email, or a phone call, just all based on the preferences of your practice and your patients. So with automated appointment reminders, you're able to reduce and eliminate the no-show rate, free up all of that staff time manually reminding patients. I think the average amount of phone calls that a practice is making, a smaller independent practice with one doc, is at least 30 phone calls per day to remind patients of their upcoming appointments for the week. So that's a ton of time spent just calling, recalling, trying to get in touch with your patients. What if you had a tool that could easily be set up and remind them all on its own without ever having to check, and then proactively notifies you whether they confirm or cancel? We have that here. So this is Dr. Phil Boucher. He's one of our users right now using our patient engagement tools, both reminders and blast. He said it only took about 2 of his staff members to actually get set up on the reminder system, and most of his staff didn't even know that they had changed systems or started something new because they never had to deal with it. It was all just running quietly in the background, other than the staff that were actually doing the manually calling. So it's very easy setup. With Updox, you get free support and free training. So in your training, you'll get set up on your preferences. You can also see here, you can preview your text messages to see exactly how they'll go out to your patients. You can preview your phone calls as well, listen in to see exactly how those are going to sound. You can use personalization tokens, so it can pull directly from your patient database to show exactly who your message is going to. And you can also add in personalization tokens for your practice. Again, the reminders setup is super easy. You are allowed to pick up to 3 reminders. And if you only want 1 reminder going out, you can set those preferences accordingly. And everything is auditable. So I know you guys moving toward the value-based care, you want to be able to track a lot of the stuff you're doing just to make sure it's actually beneficial for you rather than just letting it run and praying for the best. You can actually see here when your message was sent out, by what method it was sent out, to whom it was sent out to, and whether or not it was delivered, confirmed, or canceled, all within the reminders dashboard. You can also export these findings as well, so if you wanted to share them with the rest of your staff, that is completely possible. Now to our next tool, we have our relationship management tool. Blast messaging is an on-demand notification tool where you're able to tailor messages the same way you can with your reminder solution, and also the same 3 methods. So one of the use cases we've seen a lot, at least on the East Coast, is inclement weather. If for some reason you have to close down the practice, or say your doctor has an emergency and needs to close down the practice for the day, no worries. Rather than having to sit and call every staff member, every referral source, and every single patient, you can actually custom build a segmented list of either certain patients. So if it's just the patients for the day you want to let know that the practice is closed, build that list and send out accordingly. You can also use this as relationship management with your referral sources and those pharmacies you're working with. So if you have a laundry list of different practices and different specialists that you need to get in contact with to keep your calendar full and keep connected, you definitely can do that with this Blast tool as well. So with this provider communication, you can segment lists of certain specialists and pharmacies and send them tailored messages to stay front of mind for your existing referral sources. You can send out different thank you notes or happy birthday notes if you have that much information on those referral sources. You can also message potential new referral sources to let them know either about a new location you're opening or maybe some new services. Also auditable, just like our reminders system. So if for some reason you have to emergency close the practice, no worries. Segment a list that either shows everybody in your address book or just the people you need to know just that day. you can deliver the message and then see that it was delivered here. And if for some reason your message didn't go through, no worries. You can come here to this list, and rather than calling the 100 list of patients that you needed to call to let know you were closing, whoever didn't get the message are the only people you're having to call. So it's a ton of time saved, as well as just an easy way to stay front of mind for your current patients as well as your referral sources, coordinating that entire care team. Now, the Updox patient portal, I think, is going to be the highest level of coordination you can have, definitely at least with your patients, keeping them up to date on the latest educational information, as well as just sharing their health information with them as well. So Updox patient portal can work either fully integrated with the EMR, if we are integrated with your EMR, or not. You can use it as a standalone patient portal as well. And this just showed you a little bit of what it looks like. With the Updox portal, you're able to do online scheduling, so your patients can come in and schedule themselves. You can also message back and forth with staff members. They can see their full file as well, any upcoming appointments they have. All of it's listed here. And this is just a quick video to show you just how easy it is for them to get online and schedule an appointment. And if you don't want your patients to have that option to schedule an appointment, I think they can also just request an appointment and you can approve them accordingly. So in your training, you can set this all up to make it as easy as possible for you and your staff. And just like the regular inbox where all of your faxes, your canceled appointments, all of those messages coming back from Blast, your portal messages will all come into your Updox inbox as well. So if for any reason you have a portal message come through that needs attention right away, it's going to come right to the top of your inbox, and they're all color coded. You can also tag different things in the inbox. So if you have a doctor that wants to be able to log into Updox without having to search through all of the faxes coming in for the day, you can specifically have one of your practice admin tag that doc in just the things he needs to see or she needs to see, and then they can log in and filter everything out so that they're only accessing the information most vital to their day. And again, Updox is completely customizable, so whether your workflow is very robust and kind of crazy, you can definitely create that workflow within Updox that best suits your practice. And the Updox difference is just that we help you stay connected. So all of those things that are so vital, from moving from volume-based to value-based care, all of those coordination that you need to do between all the different people you're talking to in the day as well as your patients, you can do that all and streamline it with Updox. And how to get started. We are currently running a promotion till the end of April. If you get signed up for Updox before the end of April, you can use the promo code SHOWERS to get 50% off for your first month. We also offer a 15-day free trial, so that gives you 15 days to kind of see exactly how it works for you and see the benefit. We have no hardware, and as some of our customers on the line can probably tell you, it's super easy setup. You can be set up within the day. No contract. We are a month-to-month subscription. And then you also get, as I said before, free training and free support.